Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this look here. So excited. This is my Halloween costume. Hopefully you can tell. This is the, well, inside is the heart of Tahiti. So I'm Moana. Super easy, I know. Not anything that's like super intricate, but Moana's my favorite Disney princess of all time. So, and I just love her look anyways. Obviously it's like a everyday, no makeup, I live on the island type of look, which is right up my alley. So yeah, this is the look I came up with. Super easy, super chill. I'm looking around, honestly, yeah, not very many products, and I'm pretty sure only one brush. Yeah, I think this is the only brush that I use, which is a blush brush. So very, very easy look. So if you guys like it and you want to see how I got it, then just keep watching. Okay, so as always, I went ahead and started with the Kopari Lip Glossy to moisturize my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with a primer. So this is a glowy primer. I'm looking here at the photo that I'm kind of using to base this look off of. And she doesn't have any type of real highlight that I can see. Her base is all one color, and then she has some color on her lips and her nose. But I do want this makeup to last, so I'm gonna use a little bit of primer. So I'm just gonna do a pump of this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. And I'm just gonna focus this primer kind of on the high points. Okay, so now that the primer is done, we're gonna move on to foundation. So Moana, I mean, obviously she's a cartoon character, basically. Or animated, I guess I should say. So her skin is perfect. I really wanted to try to find something that's very kind of flawless, but I didn't want to want it to be cake face, and then I didn't want to do something super dewy, which most of my foundations, because I have naturally dry skin, they are super dewy. So then I have to powder them if I don't want them to be, I don't know, like too glowy. And because she doesn't have too much of a glow going on, I don't want it to be too dewy, if that makes sense at all. Anyways, so I wanted something that's kind of naturally flawless, but that I don't really have to set. So I'm actually, for my foundation today, I'm going to use the Soleil Tan Day Chanel. Looks like this. There's only one shade. I think this is just like their universal, bronze universal. Now this, so for most people, or I guess not necessarily most people, but anybody who's lighter than me, this is going to be a bronzer for you. But for me, this is basically like my skin tone, give or take. So this is what it looks like. That is the color. So yeah, I'm actually gonna use this as a bronzer. Not as a bronzer, I'm gonna use it as a foundation. And I'm gonna take it with a sponge and just kind of dip, kind of get that on there like that. And I'm just gonna start to stipple this all over my skin. Okay, so I did half of my face. This half has the base on it, and then this half has nothing. So you can see this bronzer is basically like my skin tone. So it offers coverage, but it's still very like skin-like. Just gonna put some more on this side now. Okay, and originally I didn't want to have to set it, but because I did put, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like put it under my eyes or try to like avoid that area. I ended up putting it under my eyes and then even on my eyelids. So I don't want to have to worry about it creasing, so I am gonna set it with some powder. I'm gonna just use some of the RCMA, there we go, no color powder, just to make sure it doesn't move. Oh, I have powder in my eye. I'm gonna try not to use too much because I don't want this to be super powdery at all. I just don't want it to crease. Okay, so now that we are done with the foundation, we get to move into the fun part, or at least what I think is fun. So that is the blush. So yeah, she's definitely wearing a ton of blush, and it goes pretty much all the way up here, and then it's on the nose, which I love. I think that's so cute. So when I first thought about this look, I was like, oh, okay, absolutely, definitely, without a doubt, I'm gonna use the Becca, the Wild Honey. This is her mineral blush. Looks like that. And it's kind of like a bronzy blush because Moana's not wearing necessarily bronzer, but our whole kind of vibe is kind of like a bronzy vibe. So I was just like, oh, this is perfect. It's kind of like a bronzy blush. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, there's definitely like pink, a little bit of like pinky, I don't know, bronziness on her cheeks. So then I was like, maybe I'll use Melba by MAC, which is one of my favorite blushes. I've definitely talked about it before. So I couldn't decide, and then I was like, oh, why don't I just mix them? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to use my F10 by Sigma, looks like that. And I'm going to start with the Becca. So I'm gonna grab some of this, and Becca's blushes are super pigmented, so just be careful. And I'm gonna start on the cheeks, then go to the nose, and I think I'm just gonna go over that with Melba. So we'll see, I don't know. I'm gonna test this out, hopefully this looks good. Okay. Okay, so I just put on the first layer of the Wild Honey by Becca. So now I'm gonna go on top of it with MAC's Melba. Just for a little bit more pinkness. And this blush is actually super pigmented too, so careful. And now I went back to the Wild Honey, and I'm kind of bridging the blush kind of lightly over the nose. I concentrated it here, but now I'm kind of just blending all of them together. And now I'm gonna take, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this and kind of just put it kind of in the center of my forehead. And looking at Moana, there's a little ever so slight redness here too, which makes sense because if you're out in the sun, it's not just gonna, it's gonna do all those high points. So I just want it to blend a little bit. I also added in MAC's Peaches, which looks like this. This is Melba, and this is Peaches. So you can kind of see them together. The Peaches just has a little bit more, well, peach, yeah. So I'm gonna take a little bit of all of those, including Becca's, and kind of just put it here, just so it helps kind of balance it out a little bit. Now I'm gonna take some of the Urban Decay. This is the All Nighter Pollution Protection Spray. I'm just gonna set this just a little bit. Oh my gosh, that came out strong. Okay. Okay, so now we're moving on to eyes. So Moana doesn't have any, well, so at first I thought she was wearing a little bit of eyeshadow, but I think that's just the shadow from her lashes. So she definitely has on, well, I mean, it looks like eyeliner and mascara. I don't think this is actually supposed to be eyeliner. I think that's just her bottom eyelashes, but mine are definitely not as dark and like pronounced as hers are, so I'm gonna use eyeliner. So for my eyeliner, I'm going to use this pencil. This is in the shade Coffee. It's by MAC. Yeah, it just says eye pencil. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and did my mascara. I did the KUSH from Milk, and then on the bottom, the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash. And then for my eyebrows, I did the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit, and this is in the shade 6. So I went a little heavy on the eyelashes, but yeah, it's just because it's Halloween. You don't have to do that. Moana has noticeable eyelashes, but they weren't like crazy, but her eyes are very dark and the rest of the makeup is pretty subtle, so I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a couple of coats on the top. So did that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyebrows. This is the Mr. Brow Groom by Givenchy, and I'm just gonna set my eyebrows in place. Okay, and then the last thing for this look, just to wrap everything up, is the lips. So to be honest, I actually don't think she's wearing any lipstick, but I'm gonna wear something. Her lips are actually kind of like my lips. They do have some pigment to them, so they're not like super like bright pink or red. There's almost like, they're a little pink, but kind of like a mauve, like brownie and pinky tones. So if you have pigmented lips, you could just put on a gloss or put on nothing. But I'm going to use, this is by Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade N9. And this is the Rouge Artist Natural. And then I'm just going to take a paper towel and just blot it off so it's not so shiny. Okay guys, so that wraps up the video. This is my finished Moana look. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, this is definitely a very chill, easy look. It's nothing too crazy, too detailed. I typically don't actually dress up for Halloween. Last year I wanted to be Moana. I don't know why I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't. I was probably just being lazy. But this year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. My niece had a costume, so I was like, I'm gonna borrow the necklace and we're gonna do Moana. So this is the finished look. And the actual costume actually comes with like a wig, I think, or at least my niece's costume did. So my hair is kind of similar to hers. I skipped the wig, I just borrowed the necklace. But I mean, you could buy the kid's costume even if you can't fit into the actual costume. You could put on the wig, use the accessories, do some quick makeup, and bam, Halloween, easy. So I hope you guys liked this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification, and yeah, other than that, oh, and have a happy Halloween. Eat lots of candy, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.